Hey guys, I'm here with another interview. I actually have the pleasure to talk to Shaunz for the second time after his victory in that crazy game. Do you have any thoughts on that last game? What happened in that game?
My thought is that why can Trash take use the lantern to get the Kog'Maw out every time? I mean, like it was a crazy game. I think we played really well in early game. Then after, like it went a bit bad in mid game when they caught us off guard, got the mid turret, so the game balanced from there. We are a team comp that tried to disengage and avoid fights. So we were just waiting for their engage mistake to just collapse on it, and that's what we have been doing last fight, I think.
You guys have been playing this comp Elyon BOTS a lot, kinda. Any thoughts on why it's like so strong? Is it just like because of the double bump and have the whole team follow up? That's like the whole idea behind it, and it seems to be working out, except when there's a thrash in the game.
Yeah, so it works really well against teamfight comp because like they have like the enemy team has to teamfight, and we are just trying to avoid this. Plus, when we are ahead, it like the combo, as I said, is really strong. Like nothing can escape it, and it always gives the edge because the enemy team is always scared of this combo, so I always play passive. So we win on the map pressure, and that's how we go.
All right. So early in the season, you guys have looked like a bit shaky, but coming to this last games, I mean, you've beaten like probably like the best teams in Europe right now. Would you consider like that your goals maybe changed over the course of like the last 2 weeks, where you beat like all the top teams?
Yes and no. Like I always strive for the first place. I mean, if I'm coaching, it's for getting the best team, and same for our players. But we always look game after game, meaning that we always look for like preparing really well the draft, then the game, then the macro, and we always try to be on point of our game every patch, every like week to make sure that we can go for the first place.
All right, talking about preparation and team comps, what's your take on Rumble, Jungle, and Kog'Maw right now? I mean, those two picks are like kind of new in the meta, and Gragas is back, of course, too. What's your general take on like those new champions that just came into this patch right now?
Okay, so I think Rumble first is quite strong, meaning that he's really good against static champions and has a really decent way in the jungle, because with Rumble sometimes you think like in top lane it can be abused, and in jungle it can be less. So for Kog'Maw, I think he's really strong this patch, especially like the buff on this W is like insane because they moved all the passive on this W, so his attack speed is insane. And like the items he's building are really strong too for him. And the last one was
Gragas.
Okay, Gragas, but Cinderhole. So I like Gragas. I still think he's not that strong. Like he was forgotten for a reason. I mean, he got buffed on the Q. No, when you instantly press Q, it's 2 seconds. But he's always decent because he has the purpose of disengage. Or also the E flash engage is like you cannot avoid it only with a cleanse. So I think like it doesn't change that much. Only Kog'Maw can be a priority for the next patch, but Kog'Maw is like super hard to play and he's tricky champion.
All right, fair enough. So when did you guys actually find out that you have to play like against H2k with Rio? And did that change anything in your preparation in that last game?
Yes or no. So when I say no is because like, well, this is H2k. Like, I mean, they're still a good team with or without Rio. We even lost when they had Selfie, so props to them because they didn't have a lot of practice. But with Ryu, what I put a lot on emphasizes with the player, I said Ryu is really strong shot caller, so every time you're gonna see an opportunity for you to get engaged on, they're probably gonna take it compared to last time. So like the most important thing, and I think we saw it during the game, was like pink the mid lane to avoid the flanks, always look for red trinket, always respect the TP advantage when we don't. And that was the main thing, and we could hear from the scene like Ryu just shouting every time, fight, engage. So I was pretty happy because it was exactly what they were doing.
So moving forward, you guys have 3 weeks left to play, and do you think there's any other team that can beat you right now?
Yeah, I still think every team can beat us. I mean, we play probably a good meta, but the thing is that like I think we face Unicorn, then after we face like 2 lower teams. Then after we face Fnatic G2, then after 2 lower teams. So I think that we already have our playoff spot, but this doesn't change anything because we really want the first or second place to go instantly to Rotterdam. So like our goal is always like maybe to think, to make the other team think like we are an ogre, like no one can beat us, but we need good preparation and good practice. And as long as we get that, we will have no regrets into all the games that we are going through.
All right. Thank you so much for your deep insight into the current meta game and Vitality, of course. And if you want to check out more interviews, we have them covered at theScore eSports.com. Make sure to check them out and see you next time.